So welcome back. Today we'll be doing the CS amplifier. So this is the circuit for the CS amplifier. This one is CS amplifier with a resistive load. This one is CS amplifier with a diode connected MOS, or you can say an active load. Now, so in the last video, during the schematic creation of the inverter, we have seen how to do the schematic creation. You can just place this symbol using I. I have used three sources, one for power supply, one to bias the transistor, and another one sine wave just to show the transient response. So for this thing, for the biasing thing, what we need a DC supply as well as an AC signal. So in this case, what we are doing is we are taking a 600 millivolt DC supply, which is 1/3 of the supply voltage of 1.8 volts. So you can use the resistor divider, but in case of CMOS design, we use separate voltage references. We have to design it within our chip now, and in order to test the gain and the phase response of the circuit, we are using a 1 volt magnitude AC signal. And in this case, just to show the transient response or the transient behavior and the amplification of the circuit, we are using a transient sine wave having the same DC voltage. Yeah, we will of 600 millivolt. You can use 900 as well, but I will change it to 600. And we need to give a sine wave signal. So we are giving a sine wave signal of 100 millivolt magnitude and a frequency of 100 kilohertz. So first we will see the phase response of the circuit, and then we will see the time domain response. So see, in similar way we will use the ADEL simulator. So this is our AC waveform. So what we need to do, we'll do this frequency analysis. We have to give the range of frequencies. For this case, we'll use a wide frequency range and see how the frequency response is. So we'll run our simulation. So Vout is the waveform of the resistive load amplifier, and Vout1 is the waveform of the active load amplifier. So you can see the two waveform. So we have taken 1 volt AC signal and we are getting for resistive load 2.5 volt, close to 2.6, and for direct connected load we are getting around more than in excess of 4 volts. Just we're getting excess of 4.2 volts. That's so for a single stage CS amplifier using resistive load, it is very difficult to get higher gains. And in any case, for a single stage CS amplifier, your maximum you are going to get is around 20 millivolt using proper biasing. 20 dB gain using proper biasing. Now how to get this gain plot? So what we'll do, we'll go to results, direct plot, AC gain phase. Now what we'll need to do, we'll need to select our output wave and input wave. So output is Vout and input is Vg. This will give us the gain and phase plot. So the white one is the gain and the red one is the phase. So you can measure the phase margin. So wherever the gain crosses the 0 mark, that is, from that point you will just note down the phase difference, and 180 minus the phase difference will be our phase margin. So in this case we have a, so initial phase is around 180 degree and we have a phase drop of close to 64 degree. So our phase margin is in excess of is close to, let's say, 110 degrees. So since it's a single pole system, or is always going to be greater than 90 degree. Similarly, we can do it for the diode connected MOS as well. Just click on the output wire name and the input wire name. Yeah, in this case also we'll have phase margin in excess of 90 degrees. Yeah, close to 100 degrees. So this is the MOS sizing that I've used, since for CMOS circuits we cannot use large value resistor because it covers a lot of area. So what we need to do, so the gain is defined by the product of the transconductance of the MOS amplifier, MOS and the load. So either we need to increase the transconductance by increasing the width of the transistor, or we need to increase the resistance, that is the load. So in for CMOS the resistor sizes can be quite large, and so what we do, we usually increase the size of the MOS in order to get higher gain, but and preferably that's why active load is used, so that here the in case of active load, the load resistance by themselves at a lower sizing is quite large, so you can use a small size MOS. So effectively we will have a lesser area for the same gain. So next what we'll do, we will just use the sine wave signal and show you what the transient waveform will be. So we have three waveforms: the input V sine, output V out 1, V out 2. So as you can see, the previously saw that the gain for the resistive one was close to 2 and the gain for the active load one was close to 4. Similarly, you can see the peak to peak for the our input waveform is 200 millivolt. 100 was the amplitude we had given. The peak to peak will be twice of that. In this case, the peak to peak is more than 400 millivolt, from 1.2 to 1.78, and for the other one the peak to peak is close to 800 millivolt, from 0 to 800. So it shows that there is an amplification, there is a phase shift as well. You can see from the input and the output waveform we have shown that there is a phase difference in our AC analysis. You can just reduce the amplitude and see whether there is any difference if you want. Okay, so that was our CS amplifier design.